For sound in room. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to take your seats at this time. We are just about ready to begin.
Greetings to all. My name is Glenford Duffus, Bishop of Ebenezer Holiness Church of God, and a member of the clergy living in Canada. Our island and our heritage and strong values have been instrumental in shaping my ministry and purpose. Now, we stand at a crucial juncture where our collective faith and action can propel Jamaica towards a future of prosperity and unity. The conference is our platform to galvanize spiritual leadership, fostering dialogue and development that resonate with our core values. It's an opportunity to lead by example, to share our experiences and to contribute to a legacy of faith-driven progress. Plan to attend. It will be a diaspora homecoming to remember. Join us this June.
As a Jamaican actress living abroad, I carry the warmth and vibrancy of our island wherever I go. Jamaica's rich culture has shaped my journey, fueling my performances with authenticity and passion. This conference is a chance for us all to reconnect with our roots, celebrate our achievements, and contribute to our homeland's growth. It will be a diaspora homecoming to remember. Make it a date this June.
As a professional of Jamaican heritage, for me, the conference isn't just an event. It's a launching pad for us to make connections, explore professional opportunities, and give service where we can. We can help to shape Jamaica's future. I think of it as where our potential meets our heritage. It will be a diaspora homecoming to remember. Join us this June.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade welcomes you to the official launch of the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, June 16 to 19, 2024, in Montego Bay. Please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Please remain standing as Caleb Lawrence from the St. Aloysius Primary School presents our pledge.
Before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body. In the service of my fellow citizens, I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race.
And now we invite Reverend Dr. Glenroy Layla from the Jamaica Umbrella Group of Churches to pray for this ceremony.
Let us pray. Gracious God, we praise you that you created every nation and made each person in your image and according to your likeness. In accordance with your will and purpose, you have fashioned us, Jamaicans, a people with a distinct culture. You have enabled, protected, and facilitated us as we disperse from this homeland, the rock from which we were hewn and scattered across the world. By your grace, you have enabled many of us to contribute significantly to the well-being and growth of the places to which we have migrated or resettled, even as we, individuals and nations, have benefited from your offerings through these places. Thank you that though scattered throughout the world, you have kept intact the unbreakable family ties. You have nurtured the love and concern for the homeland and the well-being of our brothers and sisters everywhere. Truly, you have made us one big family from this, your country. Thank you for the vision that resulted in the creation and the formation of the Diaspora Council. With that mandate, the mandate you have given to us, to all who serve to identify, maintain, and facilitate partnerships among Jamaicans around the world. Thank you for sustaining the Diaspora Conference over these 20 years. We praise you for all the achievements, the accomplishments, for all who have worked tirelessly and selflessly in your service. As we meet now to launch the 10th Annual Diaspora Conference, we continue to look to you for guidance and direction. We continue to depend upon you as we journey today through all the stages of the planning of this conference and to its final execution. Lord, we depend upon you to use this conference to build relationships, enrich fellowship, and strengthen the bonds of unity. Lord, we depend on you to use this conference to facilitate the marshalling of resources, human and material, for the flourishing of Jamaica, land we love, and all her children wherever they are in the world, so that Jamaica and Jamaicans may, under you, God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. Help us to be aware of your presence with us at this launch this day. Bless the participants, guide our conversations, and may it ultimately lead to a conference where all the objectives are met and achieved. This we pray in the name of your Son, our resurrected Lord, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Welcome to Kingdom Hall and to the city of Kingston, Jamaica. There are at least 63 places in the world called Kingston. 33 of them are located in the United States, 17 in the United Kingdom, 5 in Australia, 3 in Canada, 1 in South Africa, New Zealand, Norfolk Island, even our Caribbean neighbor, Guyana. But there is only one Kingston, city of reggae, one home of Kingston Creative Art Walk Festival, one capital of our island, Jamaica. I am Paula Ann Porter-Jones, and it is such an honor for me to be your host today, as the government of Jamaica, under the auspices of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, is proud to welcome you to this, the launch of the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, under the theme, United for Jamaica's Transformation, Fostering Peace, Productivity, and Youth Empowerment. Or we can say it another way. When you have a cow that gives you the most milk, treat her good. Make sure she doesn't kick over the bucket of milk when it's full up. Shabba Ranks could say, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Who, me? Yes, you. Let's say it's solidarity, people. That's what we need to get transformation going. You know, Burning Spear, make we do it, Jamaica. Or if you prefer Chronics, when I look at where I'm coming from, I know that we are blessed. Thank you. We are moving in the right direction toward achieving our goals set out in Jamaica's national policy on international migration and development, and the aspirations outlined in our national diaspora policy. Now, despite the challenges over the past 5 years due to COVID-19 and other major disruptions, the government maintained its commitment to sustained engagement with the diaspora and our many stakeholders through a sustainability symposium in 2021 and a hybrid conference in 2022. This is the first time that a full in-person conference will be held since 2020, and what a time to do it. This 10th staging of the Diaspora Conference signifies the resurgence of the country's premier event in diaspora engagement and a renewed commitment to in-person dialogue and collaboration. The 10th Biennial Diaspora Conference, JDC10, will reflect lessons learned over the past 20 years, from the initiation of formal diaspora engagement in 1993 to the 2003 symposium, to the first conference in 2004, to rebranding in 2013. The core focus continues to be on connecting Jamaicans worldwide and heightening the diaspora's involvement in and contribution to Jamaica's national development agenda. Now, this year, we have the opportunity to showcase the evolution of the conference with the added focus of the diaspora and their interests taking center stage. And we'll be looking more deliberately at how all participants in the process can enjoy returns on their investments. We have also noted with interest the increasing opportunity for human capital development. So, from Kingston Hall to Montego Bay, from Jamaica to the 24 missions, 20 ministries, attendees in person, and hundreds of participants online, welcome and a warm Jamaican howdy do. As Miss Lou would say, we're going to have a bonononus homecoming. Now that the diaspora policy has been operationalized, we have the framework we need to dialogue, inspire, encourage, engage, support, incentivize, integrate, empower, activate, collaborate, and transform Jamaica for Jamaicans at home and abroad. JDC 10 will bring home members of the diaspora in Montego Bay, June 16 to 19 at the Montego Bay Convention Centre. And there we'll identify more mutually beneficial solutions to inform local policies and strategies related to the diaspora and local development, as we formalize concrete plans to be actively implemented post-conference. Today's launch is going to present a snapshot of JDC 10's theme and tenets, which are going to be explored through the conference. Uniting for transformation, productivity, and economic development, empowering youth, and celebrating culture. So, here we go. We're ready now, first up, to view a video from the first of our speakers virtually today. It's Ms. Asha Richards, Chair of the Global Jamaica Diaspora Youth Council.
I'm here as chair of the Global Jamaica Diaspora Youth Council, and I want to talk directly to the youth, my generation. We are the now of Jamaica. We are the fresh energy and new ideas to help move our country forward. This conference is our platform to voice our dreams, tackle our challenges, and shape Jamaica's future. So let's make our mark and share our vision. It will be a homecoming to remember. So I hope to see you this June from the 16th to the 19th as we share our ideas and ignite change.
All right, thank you. Put your hands together or click the raise your hand icon on your device if you're with us online to show your appreciation for Madame Richards. Now, on behalf of Jamaicans home and abroad, I would like to say bless up to this diaspora visionary. And everything highlighted in her presentation reflects the ongoing ideation process of the Jamaica diaspora, provides much inspiration for persons to register and attend this homecoming in Montego Bay, slated for June 16 to 19. Now, her presentation has set the stage for a seamless transition into our first address by the Minister of State in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, the Honorable Alando Terrelong, who's charged with the carrying out of the day-to-day responsibilities for diaspora affairs in the ministry. Please help me to give him a warm welcome.
Good morning, Paula. Thanks on behalf of our entire team for hosting this morning's event. Senator the Honorable Kamina Johnson-Smith, with whom I've had the privilege of working for almost a year. It has been a seamless transition from one ministry to the next, even as I look at my former permanent secretary here. Ministers of government, Minister Chuck, Minister Witter, Minister Smith, our permanent secretaries and heads of agencies who are here, members of the clergy, heads of missions and consular posts joining us live, Mr. Courtney Campbell, President and CEO, VM Group and Conference Chair, legacy partners. I have noted the presence of Jamaica National and also Grace, who are here, represented by their distinguished members. To our other partners who have joined on, I have seen some of our legacy partners who came on from the get-go. Special shout out to National, who's actually one of our first partners who came on and said, we are going to go platinum, not gold, not mahogany, not hummingbird, not Port Royal, but it's going to be platinum. So it's really, really good to see them here. Ms. Ariel Boyne, Undersecretary, acting for Diaspora and Protocol and Consular Division, members of the Diaspora team who have been working tremendously hard behind the scenes here at the ministry. Other Undersecretaries and staff of the varying ministries who are present, Ms. Shauna Chin, Vice Chair of the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, Ms. Asha Richards, Chair of the Global Jamaica Diaspora Youth Council, and of course all our council members, to our conference project manager, Lisa Ogilvie, who has been just working really, really hard. Other representatives, colleagues, and as we say here at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all. It is certainly my pleasure to have you join us today, as well as members of the diaspora who are joining online, stakeholders, sponsors, one and all, to this, the official launch of the 10th Biennial Jamaica Conference. This conference has been a much anticipated event. Not only is it significant for the fact that it is the milestone 10th iteration and 20 years since the first Diaspora Conference was held in 2004, but also it will be the first time for me in my capacity as Minister of State in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade with responsibility for diaspora affairs to be leading the charge for a successful conference. Also of added significance is the fact that this will be our first full in-person conference since the disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. We have certainly missed the usual personal touch of being together and bringing Jamaicans together from all over the world in one place. So this year we will be returning to the sunshine city of Montego Bay by popular demand of our members across the diaspora who insisted that after a long hiatus since 2015, they want to be in Montego Bay and enjoy all it has to offer. Mr. Courtney Campbell of the VM Group, our distinguished chair of conference, has been doing an exceptional job alongside other legacy partners, Grace Kennedy, led by Senator the Honorable Don Webby, and the Jamaica National Group, led by Dr. Earl Jarrett. They have been with us over the years and have truly set a fine example of commitment and service to the cause. Thank you to our legacy partners for having stayed the course. We are anticipating a spectacular homecoming this year, and I'm confident that after months of planning, we are now able to launch what is sure to be an event to remember. An event that sets the tone that all Jamaicans belong. Whether you are here at home or whether you are abroad, you all belong, and we look forward to welcoming you to the Montego Bay Convention Centre. We hope to have some 1,000 of our brothers and sisters joining us from across the world, from Asia, Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean, and of course to our traditional areas of diaspora residence from North America, Europe, Canada as well. In the reception and interest that we have, based on the interest that we have received so far, it is clearly shown that we have adopted an all-of-society, multi-stakeholder engagement. And if it's anything to go by, based on your presence here this morning and based on the presence of those online, we are certain that it will be a spectacular conference. It is in this spirit that I warmly welcome you to this launch, coming from the Kingston Hall of our ministry, right here in the sunshine city of Jamaica. And of course, we send love, positive energy, and that spirit of true Jamaican oneness to all our members joining us online, especially those in cold places at this moment in time. We have been working very, very hard behind the scenes to ensure that from the outset, the conference this year is one that has been truly crafted with all Jamaicans in mind. Early collaboration with members from the legacy partners and of course with our Diaspora Council members have seen us having several conferences overseas. So far, we had conferences in Africa, Canada, continental Europe, and the UK. In addition, our conference chair and legacy partners, the members of the clergy, other providers in government and the private sector have also worked with us to ensure that we have a theme that truly resonates the Jamaican spirit. United for Jamaica's transformation, peace, productivity, and of course, youth empowerment. From the 16th to the 19th of June, as we gather in Montego Bay to fellowship and dialogue, it is our hope that we will reflect on all the improvements that the government has achieved in building a stronger Jamaica over the last 8 years. Certainly, your input is critical to guarantee the continued growth and productivity of Jamaica. We look forward to hearing from members of the private sector as it relates to how you, by virtue of your investments in Jamaica and of course extending your brands abroad, how you can also increase greater productivity for all Jamaicans living here and abroad. We have identified in this regard a number of platinum partners who have been generous in providing critical sponsorship through financial and in-kind support, while many others have indicated an interest in coming forward as well. We are therefore proud to have the endorsement of the Jamaica Umbrella Group of Churches, which is represented here today by Reverend Dr. Glenmore Layla, and other government ministries, departments, and agencies who are here to give their support as well. I must also recognize, as I indicated, the likes of National Bakery, Digicel, JMMB, the RGR Group, and of course the Jamaica Tourist Board for their support thus far. Our online registration portal is expected to be up and running today, and we're pleased to share that we are well advanced in our negotiations to secure favorable hotel rates with the Ocean Coral Spring and Ocean Eden Bay. So start booking now. Further information on logistics will be shared shortly. As you look around Kingston Hall and the range of participants joining online, you will understand the truly integrated and well-considered approach that we have taken to ensure that our diaspora engagement mechanism is one that is inclusive, interesting, yes, and fit for purpose as intended by the diaspora policy adopted at the 2019 conference. We will continue the important tradition of honoring diasporans who have worked hard and made significant contributions in their communities, and as such, the Governor General's Award for Excellence will be a feature this year. Our usual marketplace and government at your service will be available, along with a range of other goods and services that we can assure will be of interest to you. There will be other exciting offerings that will certainly make your attendance at the conference a worthwhile feature, but we will not announce all of them today because we want you to come down and enjoy the experience, whilst of course making good linkages for trade and investment opportunities, not just here in Jamaica, but also taking those trade and investment opportunities to your respective areas across the diaspora. On June 20th, the Thursday, that will be our hugely popular Diaspora Day of Service, and we invite members of the diaspora to join in service organizations or service day activities wherever, be it your old high school alma mater and old church, or even within your communities of former residents. I am pleased to share that for participants who will be taking the items to support the Day of Service, our partners at Jamaica Customs are working with us to ensure that you are facilitated during entry. As we zoom in on the target of 1,000 members of the diaspora to our shores, I want us all to bear in mind the theme, United for Jamaica's Transformation. In closing, I urge all of us to bear this in mind as we work together in unity for Jamaica's continued growth and productivity. Over the last 8 years, we have seen stellar growth across a multiplicity of sectors, from infrastructure development, a reduced unemployment rate, and of course to varying activities aimed at youth empowerment. Let this be the best of 10. Let us be united as we strengthen the call for a more productive Jamaica. Let us continue to promote investment, foster collaboration, and execute with great zeal our philanthropic activities across Jamaica, whilst celebrating a united nation for the growth, development of Jamaica, as we look forward to achieving the 2030 goals of leaving no one behind. May God bless you all. May God bless our beautiful island, Jamaica, and thank you for partnering with us.
Have been here, written into the landscape. VM. We are in the business of possibilities and know-how. From remittance to real estate, pension management, investments, business and corporate solutions, savings and loans. We are a strong, integrated group because you, our members, are strong. You are written in our story, and that's what makes us a mutual VM group.
Once more, a round of applause as we say thank you to the Minister for his welcome message. Ladies and gentlemen, the conference is honored to have support of 3 legacy partners: the Grace Kennedy Group, the JN Group, and the VM Group, among which chairmanship of the Biennial Conference is rotated. Now, these conglomerates are aligned around national development and have always been partners. They have been consistent partners with diaspora engagement. We are proud to acknowledge them in this conference, and we invite the JDC 10's conference chair, Mr. Courtney Campbell, CEO of the VM Group, to bring remarks at this time. Help me welcome him, please.
Thank you very much, Paula. Senator, the Honorable Kamina Johnson-Smith, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Honorable Delroy Chuck, Minister of Justice, the Honorable Alondo Terrelong, Minister of State in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, and the leader of this diaspora movement at this point. Other Ministers of State, Marsha Smith and Franklin Witter, Your Excellencies of the Diplomatic Corps, Permanent Secretaries and Heads of Agencies, Senator Don Webby and the team from Grace Kennedy, Miss Lisa Coe and the team from the JN Group, my colleagues from the VM Group, other distinguished guests, conference sponsors, and I'll name a few shortly, members of the media. Good morning, how do you do? Everybody hearty? Yes. Good. You know, what a joy it is to be here, gathered here in Kingston, and with our fellow Jamaicans joining virtually from across the world as we officially launch the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. 20 years after this conference was first held, it has grown into an increasingly important forum to facilitate meaningful cross-border engagement among Jamaicans to help realize our highest economic, social, and cultural aspirations. The rich potential of collaboration among a people so gifted is immeasurable, yet still largely untapped. I'm therefore very pleased, delighted, is delighted a stronger word than pleased? Delighted, as chairman of the preparatory committee, to thank and warmly welcome the sponsors who have, by supporting this initiative, signaled their commitment to collaboration and to nation building. Welcome to returning legacy partners, Grace Kennedy, the JN Group, and the VM Group, whose teams I know are tireless in their efforts to ensure the success of the conference. But I'm also happy to welcome our newest sponsors, Island Car Rentals, National Baking Company, Digicel, the Jamaica Tourist Board, the Pinnacle, the National Housing Trust, the Jamaica Stock Exchange, JMMB, the Students' Loan Bureau, the RJR Gleaner Communications Group, our official media partner, and our business facilitation lead partner, JAMPRO. Thank you all. I think they deserve a round of applause. Now, friends, this is the 10th Biennial Conference, and I'm sure we're all starting to feel the excitement build as the days go by. Well, I want to add to that excitement and perhaps convince anyone who is still on the fence about attending that now is the time to register and book that trip. So here goes. For Conference 10, here are 10 compelling reasons to attend the Jamaica Diaspora Conference in June. Are you going to count down with me? Number 1, the conference will be held in Montego Bay. My Bay friends will say that this is all the reason anyone needs. The organizers listened to your call and will be hosting this conference in the tourism capital of Jamaica. Now, who doesn't need a few days in Bay in the summer? Number, this is the first in-person conference since COVID-19. Let's get back together and spend some time with each other the way we Jamaicans like to. It's been too long. Number, if you own a business of any size overseas, the diaspora marketplace is an excellent opportunity to elevate the presence of that business and generate valuable leads. Think of the networking and visibility potential among your global Jamaican community. You do not want to miss out on the marketplace. We only have 50 places. Some of them are already gone. Please book your place in the marketplace. Number, come to the conference and visit the local craft markets and stores for authentic Jamaican art and craft, created by some of the island's most gifted artists and artisans. This is your chance to take some one-of-a-kind pieces back home with you. And then, number 5, who loves Jamaican food? Oxtail. There's nothing like eating authentic Jamaican food right here in Jamaica. So come home to some well-seasoned Jamaican jerk, the patty, the bread pudding, and the oxtail, seasoned with Jamaican breeze and sunshine. And then number 6, the properties. I know that there are many in the diaspora who want to own homes in Jamaica. Come to the conference and use some time to visit some of the properties that you're interested in. Perhaps it's the Pinnacle, one of our sponsors. But do your online searches now. Make your list and then come and see them. And then speak with any of the sponsors, JN Bank, FGB of Grace Kennedy, the NHT, JMMB Bank, and VM Building Society for your financing. Then number 7, book your trip for the conference and set aside some time to tour the island. Why not rent a vehicle from Island Car Rentals? Buy a phone from Digicel. Pack some national snacks. Take some Grace tropical rhythms and hit the road and take some pictures. Those memories will last a lifetime. And then number 8, rekindle your connections here. This can mean walking the streets your parents and grandparents did, showing your children your old school, or even visiting extended family and longtime friends. Now might just be the time to forge stronger bonds in Jamaica. The conference agenda is number 9. The conference agenda includes diverse, interesting topics. And Minister Johnson Smith, your team, led by Honorable Alonda Terrelong and Undersecretary Mrs. Bowen and Director Mr. Wilkes, they have been excellent in putting together a wonderful program. Let's give them a round of applause. We have worked with them, and I'm saying to those of us overseas, the program has been carefully designed with strong input from Jamaicans and friends of Jamaica in the diaspora. For this conference, we will intentionally dedicate more time and space to exploring how you who live abroad can yourselves derive tangible benefits from active participation in the global Jamaican community. And then number 10. Finally, in this list of 10, come to the conference to build stronger networks with other non-resident and resident Jamaicans in areas of interest to you. This can lead to transformational connections and collaborations. There's really no other opportunity like this one. So friends, I could go on, but it's just the 10th Biennial Conference. I will end here and simply say, I look forward to seeing you all in June in Montego Bay. Let's unite for Jamaica's transformation. May God bless you all, and may God bless Jamaica, land we love.
You've got 10 reasons. You need more? We will be giving you even more information as we roll through. Thank you so much, Mr. Campbell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to hear from a representative of another of our legacy partners. Please help me to welcome Senator the Honorable Don Webby, CEO of the Grace Kennedy Group.
Thank you very much, Paula. Good morning, everybody. You know, in getting the list, Minister of Salutations, it was about 30 people, and I was given 5 minutes to speak. So I decided that I'm going to say all protocols observed. But let me recognize you, Minister, my colleague, Senator, the Honorable Kamina Johnson-Smith. And I know we have been through a challenging time with COVID. I was the previous chair, and you have no better chair now than Courtney Campbell. Well done, Courtney. Thanks a lot. But I'm sure, Minister, you'll share with us a lot was accomplished despite the challenging times. I enjoyed your presentation, Minister Terry Long. And let me say, Ministers, welcome. My colleague, Legacy Partners, the VM Group, my colleague, and actually, do you know that Mr. Campbell is a graduate of Grace Kennedy? And I was so disappointed when he was speaking about food and he left off the Grace hot pepper sauce and jerk sauce. Anyway, I'll forgive you, my friend. And I was following your 10 reasons. Oh yeah, you did say the tropical rhythms, which is the best juice in the world. And Lisa, welcome, Jamaica, and give Earl Jarrett my regards, my fellow Georgian. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is in fact a very special occasion, and I want to especially recognize the members of the diaspora. And let me say, on behalf of Grace Kennedy, it is with great pleasure and honor that I bring special greetings from Grace, the Grace family, and we have a number of Grace Kennedy staff here. You want to be stand and recognize Grace Kennedy, my Grace team. Where's my Grace team? We, as you say, when we sponsor Boys and Girls Champs, we don't only draw a check, but we sponsor with our heart, and we participate very actively in any sponsorship that we do. And so thanks a lot, guys, for your support. They are doing all the work. I'm just here making all the speeches. You know, in reviewing and preparing for my brief presentation, I was really struck, and Courtney and colleagues, as you should have here, and Minister, the theme of this year's conference, may I say, it really, really resonated with me at this time. United for Jamaica's transformation, fostering peace, productivity, and youth empowerment. You know why? Because it embodies a collective commitment to building a better nation, a better Jamaica. So as we gather today, united by our love for Jamaica and our shared vision for the future, we embark on a journey of collaboration, innovation, and solidarity. This conference serves as a platform for us to harness the power of unity and collective action in driving positive change across our beloved nation. And actually broke it down. Andrew, another graduate of Grace Kennedy, who I'm seeing a lot on the TV, doing a good job at Pika. Give him a round of applause. So I actually broke it down, Courtney, and I said, peace, productivity, and youth empowerment stand as pillars essential to building a better Jamaica. Peace, a word that we often use in our country, Delroy, Minister of Justice, lays the foundation for progress and sustainable development, fostering an environment where all Jamaicans can thrive free from violence and conflict. Productivity fuels growth and development, driving innovation, minister entrepreneurship, and job creation. And may I say to my fellow colleagues in the diaspora that unemployment in Jamaica is the lowest it has ever been in the history of our country, at just over 4%. And by empowering our youth, we invest in Jamaica's greatest asset, ensuring that our next generation is equipped with the tools, resources, and support they need to realize their full potential and become leaders of tomorrow. So as we reflect on the theme, I wish to acknowledge and celebrate the invaluable contribution of the Jamaica diaspora in fostering peace, productivity, and youth empowerment. Let me say to all of my colleagues in diaspora, You play a crucial role in advancing these goals. The unwavering commitment, expertise, and passion of our diaspora has been instrumental in driving positive change and advances Jamaica's interests on the global stage. Whether through giving back, entrepreneurship, or advocacy, your individual and collective efforts continue to make a profound impact on the lives of Jamaicans at home and abroad. And I just want to say, from the bottom of our heart, and I can speak on behalf of my legacy partners, to the members of the diaspora, thank you very much. Your roots are firmly planted in the vibrant soil of Jamaica, and now is the time to nurture that connection through investment. Listen, I've been in business, and in fact, Courtney, as I'm getting old, I'm near that Grace Kennedy for 30 years, Andrew. And this is Don Webby speaking to my members of the diaspora. There's never been a better time in the history of our country for you to invest in our country. Never. Your expertise, your resources, and passion can drive transformational change, particularly in two fastest growing sectors. And this is Don's opinion, not Grace Kennedy's opinion, digital innovation. And I would really like to ask, and we can discuss it more at the conference, Courtney and Minister. I really, really believe in the agricultural sector of Jamaica. I really believe in it. And, you know, the wake-up call for us, certainly at Grace Kennedy, was with, I'm sure that was with COVID-19, as you'll recall. When we are, as a nation, we're talking about food sustainability, food security. And there's only one formula, Minister Chuck, to deal with food security and food sustainability. And that is to build our agricultural sector and our agro-processing sector. And I believe that the Jamaica diaspora, whether in Canada, the UK, or the USA, or wherever you are in the world, look at it seriously, because it's going to what I call a win-win-win. And I see my good friend Shillette staring at me. So Jumper is willing and able to help, and you can give them your number when you are up giving your remarks. But Shillette and her team at Jumper are really doing a good job in terms of facilitating investments, and the diaspora is a critical part. You know, sometimes I see, and I sit back and I think about it, where I say, there's nothing wrong, but I see foreign companies coming to Jamaica, and you think that they're Jamaicans. I saw one coming to buy 20 containers of ackee. You know, this is what we are supposed to do as Jamaicans. We're supposed to invest in our own country. And this is something that I'm passionate about. Grace Kennedy, there's just not enough acres around, so I've invested in an agro park with 110 acres, Minister, and we're going to carry it up to 300 acres of ackee, because the demand is there. And guess who is buying the ackee? The people who are on the call now, the diaspora. So thank you for buying the Grace ackee. So let us harness the power of collective potential and build a more resilient Jamaica. As a company with Jamaican roots and a global reach, Grace Kennedy is fueled by the strength of the diaspora as we work towards achieving our 2030 vision of being the #1 Caribbean brand in the world. Again, and I want to speak on behalf of my legacy partners, thank you to every single member of the diaspora who has supported us along our journey, whether through purchasing our wide selection of Grace Foods product or sending money back home through Western Union. Together, we are making a meaningful difference in the lives of Jamaicans everywhere. So, Courtney and colleagues, as we embark on this conference together, I encourage each and every one of you to actively participate, share your insights, and collaborate with one another. Let us harness the power. Let us harness the power of collective wisdom and experience to chart a course towards a more prosperous, peaceful, and empowered Jamaica. You know, we at Grace, we have what we call town hall conferences, Orlando, and I'm sure you'll be invited to the next one. And as a part of the program, we have 400 or 500 primarily Jamaicans in the town hall. And as part of the program, we sing the national anthem. And colleagues, when we start, and I'm obviously on the head table at the stage, and when we start singing the national anthem, and I see my brothers and sisters from Jamaica put their hands on their hearts, close their eyes, and belt out our national anthem. Some of them with tears in their eyes because of their passion and love for their country. And this is what this conference is about, Courtney. We need to convert that passion, that love, for us to come together united as one Jamaica, whether they live here, there, or anywhere. So I want to extend a heartfelt invitation to all Jamaicans, both near and far, to join us in this milestone staging of the conference. Together, let us unite for Jamaica's transformation, working hard, hand in hand, to build a nation we can be all proud of. As I always do, when I finish my presentations, wherever I'm in the world, including those town hall meetings, I would say, God bless Jamaica, the greatest country in the world. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, once more, please, for Senator Don Webby. And for those who are just joining us online, welcome. Our next partner, legacy partner, is the JN Bank. And we now welcome remarks from the Managing Director for JN Bank. It's the JN Group. And we now welcome the Managing Director for JN Bank, Ms. Lisa Cow. Help me, please.
Thank you, Masters of Ceremony. Minister Johnson Smith, Minister Chuck, Minister Terry Long, other ministers of government, ambassadors, our conference chair, Courtney Campbell, President and CEO of the VM Group, and fellow legacy partner, Senator the Honorable Don Webby. Sponsors and partners, members of the diaspora, my fellow Jamaicans. It would be remiss of me to not wish you a happy, happy Easter. I believe, indeed, that it is profound that we are launching the 10th staging of the Diaspora Conference in this week, Easter week, under such a remarkable theme where we embrace that peace is indeed one of the key ingredients to the transformation of our beloved Jamaica. Good morning, all. It is a privilege to greet you on behalf of the Jamaica National Group and our CEO, Honorable Earl Jarrett, at this launch of the 10th Jamaica Diaspora Conference. And Dr. the Honorable Earl Jarrett sends his greetings to you all present in the room, ministers. He sends his love and his blessings. And of course, I extend on his behalf his sincere apologies for not being able to be here in person. This conference is a testament to the enduring bond between Jamaica and its global community, a bond that is both vibrant and invaluable. And we welcome this year's theme, as have been said by fellow speakers earlier, but particularly by my fellow legacy partners, United for Jamaica's Transformation, Fostering Peace, Productivity, and Youth Empowerment. Since the inception of the conference in 2004, the legacy partners have brought their combined knowledge of doing business in these countries and their direct ties with Jamaicans to advance the goals of the Jamaica diaspora movement. The diaspora plays a significant role in the development of Jamaica through remittances, investments, and philanthropic activities. And the Jamaica National Group has remained committed to keeping our Jamaican diaspora communities engaged by providing avenues for them to remain connected to their homeland. An important aspect of this conference is to engage the young members of the diaspora. These individuals are indeed the future bearers of the Jamaican legacy abroad, and we must seek to inspire them to explore their heritage and consider how they can contribute to Jamaica's growth. Through discussions and networking opportunities, the conference has been and remains a space where interest is piqued, ideas sparked, and commitments made to preserve the ties between Jamaica and its people overseas. Through the conference, partnerships have been strengthened between the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, its overseas offices, and sundry diaspora organizations across the globe, as well as Jamaicans locally. Additionally, Jamaicans at home have been better able to appreciate the significant economic contributions being made to our country by the diaspora to benefit diverse areas of national life, including health, education, tourism, exports, athletics, and many others. This launch event here in downtown Kingston is a personal invitation from our legacy partners and the government of Jamaica for Jamaicans at home and abroad to join us. Today, as we launch the 10th Jamaica Diaspora Conference 2004, we embark on a journey of exploration. 2024, that's right. 2024, we embark on a journey of exploration, collaboration, and empowerment. During the conference, we will come together to exchange ideas, share experiences, and forge partnerships to help shape the future of Jamaica and its people. Let us not forget that this conference is not only about dialogue and discussion, it's about action. Harnessing the collective power of the diaspora to help with tackling the challenges facing our nation and to seize the opportunities that lie ahead. From entrepreneurship and innovation to education and healthcare, there are numerous areas where the diaspora can make a meaningful impact. As we gather here today, let us be inspired by the countless success stories of Jamaicans around the world who have overcome adversity, defied expectations, and achieved greatness. Let their journeys serve as a beacon of hope and a reminder of what is possible when we come together with purpose and determination. As this conference marks its 10th occasion, the year 2024 also holds significance for the Jamaica National Group as we mark 150 years of service in August. This milestone provides the opportunity to highlight Jamaica National's unwavering commitment since 1874 to empowering communities and supporting financial growth. But more importantly, this milestone is a window for us to underline the pathway to a bright future that continues to place the Jamaican people at the center wherever they are in the world. As we celebrate our legacy, we will continue to enhance our processes and to implement enduring initiatives that will uplift the experiences of Jamaicans at home and in the diaspora. We will keep them connected and engaged over the generations to come and maintain opportunities for them to participate in the development of Jamaica land we love. With that said, we anticipate yet another dynamic and impactful diaspora conference in Montego Bay this year as we unite to help transform our nation, fostering peace, productivity, and youth empowerment. Blessings to all of you.
Send from abroad, JN Money Card. Send the money, more withdraw in a hurry. JN Money Card free. Pay TRN and your ID. I went to the work with cash, but just like that. From abroad to card, get the JN Money Card. It's safe, convenient, and free. JN Money Card, send from abroad. JN Money Card.
We have been here, written into the landscape. VM. We are in the business of possibilities and know-how. From remittance to real estate, pension management, investments, business and corporate solutions, savings and loans. We are a strong, integrated group because you, our members, are strong. You are written in our story, and that's what makes us a mutual VM group.
And we thank Madame Kao for representing the JN Group Legacy Partner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for some entertainment. We're bringing to the fore a student of the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts. Can we hear it for Mr. Taquain Bowen?
cat sent from abroad. JN Money Cat. Send the money. More withdraw in a hurry. JN Money Cat free. Ministerial and ID. I went for a walk with cash. But just swipe like that. From abroad to CAD, get the JN Money Card. It's safe, convenient, and free. JN Money Cat sent from abroad. JN Money Cat.
We have been here, written into the landscape. VM. We are in the business of possibilities and know-how. From remittance to real estate, pension management, investments, business and corporate solutions, savings and loans. We are a strong, integrated group because you, our members, are strong. You are written in our story, and that's what makes us a mutual VM group.
Fantastic performance by Taquain Bowen. We have with us the CEO of PICA, Government at Your Service. Please help me welcome him to the microphone at this time, Mr. Andrew Winter.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And after such a fine performance, and to give a speech after that performance, please give Mr. Taquain another round of applause. It's most deserving. Senator the Honorable Kamina Johnson-Smith, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. Minister of Justice, Mr. Delroy Chuck. Minister of State in Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Alonzo Terrelong, and Minister Marsha Smith, Mr. Frank Witter, Permanent Secretaries, Heads of Agencies, other distinguished guests, good morning. And it is my pleasure this morning to speak on behalf of the Government at Service. It is my honor to extend a warm welcome on behalf of Government at Your Service participants to all distinguished guests, delegates, and participants gathered here today for the launch of the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. Over the past decade, the Jamaica Diaspora Conference has played a crucial role in harnessing the talents, resources, and expertise of our global Jamaican community. It has provided a forum for meaningful dialogue, innovative ideas, tangible solutions, and to address the challenges and opportunities facing Jamaica. The conference is an essential platform that fosters connections, collaboration, and collective action among Jamaicans at home and abroad. It is also the opportunity to share with the diaspora the wide range of government services that are available to them and is at their service. To mention a few, PICA, RGD, Accountant General, National Land Agency, Jamaica Customs Agency, and JAMPRO, who have all upgraded their services significantly to ensure that it's significantly easier for the diaspora to engage with the country. Recently, have you traveled through the airports where you are now going through a kiosk and electronic gates, so your ease of access is that much more to Jamaica? And I guarantee you, when you come in June, we will have something even more special for the diaspora. And we look forward to greeting you on your time here. As we embark on this milestone 10th edition, let us reflect on the progress that we have made. The government is committed to transforming its operations to be more accessible and much more user-friendly to Jamaicans both locally and abroad. Together, we will redouble our efforts to build a brighter future for Jamaican and all our citizens. The theme, United for Jamaica's Transformation, Fostering Peace, Productivity, and Youth Empowerment, embodies the goals and objectives that the government at your service is boldly going to do over the next decade. I commend the organizers and the volunteers for their tireless efforts in bringing this conference to fruition. Despite the unprecedented challenges we have faced in recent times, their dedication and commitment are truly inspiring, and I have every confidence that this conference will be a resounding success. In closing, let us seize this opportunity to chart a course towards a prosperous and equitable Jamaica for generations to come. Together, we can overcome any obstacle, achieve our aspirations, and we, the government, are here to assist in whatever way we can to harness the power of the Jamaican spirit that will aid us in achieving these goals. Thank you, and may this 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference be a transformative and unforgettable experience for all of us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Mr. Winter. And as we recognize the many agencies and departments of the government that are working together to support the conference, we now invite the president of JAMPRO to the microphone, Mrs. Shalette Cox, ladies and gentlemen.
Happens every time. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to recognize Senator the Honorable Kamina Johnson-Smith, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, and her Minister of State, the Honorable Alando Terrelong, the Minister of Justice, the Honorable Delroy Chuck, and the Minister of State in the Ministry of Education, the Honorable Marcia Smith, and the Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, the Honorable Franklin Whittle. I also want to recognize all our permanent secretaries, or heads of agencies and representatives of government agencies here with us this morning, members of the Diplomatic Corps in Jamaica, representatives of the Legacy Partners, led by Courtney Campbell of the VM Group and Conference Chair for JDC 10, Senator Don Webby, Grace Kennedy Group, and my former chairman, I had to put in that piece, and Ms. Lisa Cow from the JN Group. Sponsors at all levels, Jamaicans at home and abroad that are online, distinguished ladies and gentlemen in the room, I am truly excited to be here at the launch of the Jamaica Diaspora Conference, celebrating 20 years of commitment and partnership among the people of Jamaica through the government, its business leaders, and importantly, our Jamaicans overseas. I wish to congratulate the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, as well as its legacy partners, on this milestone achievement. And I'm not ashamed to age myself and say that at the very first Diaspora Conference, I was privileged to represent JAMPRO on that committee. And I attended that first conference, and I vividly remember JAMPRO being chastised because at the time we had just closed our Canada office. And let me tell you, they made us regret it. A lot has changed, ladies and gentlemen, since then. The ministry is no longer at Dominica Drive. We are in this fancy building on the shores of our country. JAMPRO has proudly reopened our Canada office. But one thing has not changed is our commitment to our Jamaican people wherever we are. As Jamaica's Export and Investment Promotion and Facilitation Agency, JAMPRO is pleased to be the business engagement partner for this, the 10th staging of the Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. It is our privilege to be afforded the opportunity to design and lead a specially curated program of business-focused activities geared towards engaging Jamaica's diaspora on the opportunities to invest in, buy from, and support the economic growth of our country. These three pillars are at the core of how we see our engagement of the diaspora during the conference from a business perspective. First, as potential investors, persons and business owners that have a vested preference for coming to Jamaica to either establish a new business or expand their operations into Jamaica as a Caribbean hub. We believe that Jamaica offers more than sentimental value for diaspora investments, but rather we offer an opportunity with a serious business value proposition, which we look forward to exploring with you. Second, we wish to engage the diaspora as overseas buyers of Jamaican goods and services. Whether it is a niche or specialty product not yet available in your market, or a long-standing Jamaican comfort food such as Tasty's cheese or national baked products that has, for some strange reason, not reached your neck of the woods, we want to engage with you to see how you can become Jamaica's next distributor in your market. And lastly, we want to engage with persons of influence, whether in your company, your industry, or your community. We want to share with you our business value proposition so that you can support the efforts of the government of Jamaica by opening the doors to potential buyers, potential investors, and potential business partners. In addition, as we work closely with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, we will be doubling down on our economic diplomacy program and our program for honorary investment advisors. And for that, new partnerships will be sought as they are always welcome. These pillars underpin for us how we see the uniting of all of us to transform Jamaica's economy. And so starting Sunday, June 16th until Wednesday, June 19th, it is our intention to engage with our government partners or private sector stakeholders to present to the diaspora family the myriad business opportunities available in Jamaica across multiple sectors. Following from the strategic thrust of the government of Jamaica through our parent ministry, the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, and our own 4-year strategic plan at JAMPRO, our main areas of focus will include, and Senator Webby spoke to the very first one, agribusiness, and particularly orchard crops and the opportunities that have been created through the overwhelming demand of our diaspora in overseas markets and persons that have been exposed to the unique taste of Jamaica's ackee, breadfruit, mangoes, and avocado. Working closely with the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, and Mining, as well as the Agro-Investment Corporation and other agencies in that ministry, it is our intention to show you the opportunity to invest in these sectors, explore short-term crop solutions to complement them, and also how you can get involved on the distribution side, wherever you reside. We will also discuss Jamaica's burgeoning global digital services sector, which is slowly expanding from the traditional business process outsourcing to the more value-added knowledge process outsourcing segment, where Jamaican companies are servicing overseas clients in finance and accounting, human resource, and project management, and are thriving along companies in our IT outsourcing sector, offering services in cybersecurity, software and app development, and digital management systems. Partnering with companies locally and overseas to deliver high-quality services and securing quality jobs for young Jamaicans. We will also be partnering with the Special Economic Zone Authority, and we'll update you on where we are with the initiative geared towards leveraging Jamaica's unique logistics location and the country's Special Economic Zone regime. Importantly, these discussions will get into how the diaspora can be a part of the initiative, can invest in logistics and manufacturing spaces, and make Jamaica a regional hub for your business. Other discussions will of course include, because I'm sure the legacy partners will not allow it, but it will include banking and finance and looking at the landscape in Jamaica and the opportunities afforded by engaging with the Jamaica Stock Exchange, whether as a listed business or an investor. Also, the real estate industry continues to boom, and infrastructure development and the potential role of the diaspora will be discussed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a peek at what we will be talking about at this year's Diaspora Conference. I encourage members of the diaspora to come home, to hear about what's new in Jamaica. Let's talk about how we will unite to transform Jamaica, but ultimately be prepared to have discussions and stay to do business. I look forward to seeing you all in June, and thank you very much.
Greetings from Montreal, Canada. This Diaspora Day of Service on June 20th, following the conference, will be an important opportunity for us to give back and to help make a difference in our beloved island. The Jamaican Association of Montreal will be participating in the Day of Service by refurbishing the boys and girls washrooms at the Black River High School in St. Elizabeth. Now, you can make plans for your own activities. Let's support local communities, and by doing so, improve the fortunes of our fellow Jamaicans. Let's join in making this a homecoming to remember. Please join us in June.
I'm Lakeisha Marie Ford, Vice President of the Ghana Jamaica Chamber of Commerce and CEO of Ford Communications, a PR agency based in Ghana, the United States, and the Caribbean. As a young professional of Jamaican heritage living in Ghana, for me, the conference isn't just an event. It's an opportunity and a launching pad for us to make connections, to explore professional opportunities, and for us to give service where we can. We can help shape Jamaica's future. I think of it as where heritage meets our potential. This diaspora homecoming is going to be one to remember. Join us.
And coming in from those messages, and before that, Mrs. Shalette Cox, president of JAMPRO. We now move, ladies and gentlemen, to the first of our platinum partners to bring remarks this morning. Help me welcome from Continental Bakery, Mr. Craig Hendrickson.
Good morning, everybody. Senator the Honorable Kamina Johnson-Smith, the Honorable Delroy Chuck, Honorable Alanda Terrelong, other government officials, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's an honor to be here to represent National Baking Company on the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. This pivotal event serves as a vital platform for uniting Jamaicans worldwide, fostering invaluable connections, and driving progress within our diaspora and local community. I would like to reaffirm our unwavering dedication to the Jamaican community, a commitment that we at National have upheld for over 70 years. We acknowledge that this long-standing service has become a tradition among many Jamaicans, and we take pride in offering access to our products in the Jamaican diaspora community. Beyond our role as sponsors of this conference, our dedication extends to empowering Jamaican youth through STEM education, supporting diaspora initiatives such as this, ultimately contributing to the progress and prosperity of our nation's future. This year's theme, United for Jamaica's Transformation, deeply resonates with us as it embodies the essence of unity among Jamaicans worldwide. Together we are stronger, standing as advocates for peace, productivity, and youth empowerment, and forging a path towards a brighter future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hendrickson. And we now move to another of our platinum partners, Digicel, Better Connected. Let's welcome Mr. Elon Parkinson.
Thank you very much, Paula, and good morning and welcome everybody. A very special welcome to those who are joining us on YouTube, where if you're following online right now, the discussion is with a lot of fervor. There was one person who said, don't forget the diaspora, and that is obviously why we're here, because we certainly want to celebrate the achievements and to acknowledge that there's still a lot more to be done when it comes on to our diaspora engagement. And that is why Digicel is delving deeper into diaspora engagement by supporting in such a big way this time around. What does communication have to do with it? A lot, really. It connects us right across the waves that separate us. And Digicel has been a long-standing partner when it comes on to Jamaica's economic prospects. Indeed, we started out almost 23 years ago. April 19 will be our 23rd birthday as a Jamaican-born company, and we're super excited to be celebrating it a little bit early with our friends in the diaspora. They know us very well because the diaspora members reach out to us from time to time. They see the Digicel signage at the corner shops where they purchase the top-ups and they buy the plans and they pay for the post-paid plans that our customers here back home have. Indeed, they consume our services there too in terms of how they utilize a SIM card roaming overseas because they still want to be connected to that Jamaican number. There's something about having a Jamaican number while you're in the diaspora. It connects you as much as the Grace Food does and the National Bread and Buns do, right? So as the country's premier connectivity partner for advanced mobile, high-speed fiber-to-the-home services, sophisticated business communication, Digicel will be highlighting our full suite, the rich array of connectivity that's maximizing migration's benefits by creating opportunities for investments, dialogue, and supporting friends and family back home. All of us at Digicel recognize the pivotal and influential role that members of the diaspora play when it comes on to being key actors for national development. Their knowledge, their experience, their expertise and their resources can foster initiatives that accelerate our pace of economic growth. Our technology, of course, will play a leading role in bringing it all together. And that is why we'll be at the 4-day event held fittingly under the theme, Uniting for Jamaica's Transformation, Fostering Peace, Productivity, and Youth Empowerment. And it will come at a time when Digicel is creating even bigger stepping stones for members of the diaspora to participate in investment initiatives and innovations through the upgrade and expansion of our mobile and fiber networks across Jamaica. I take you back to 2001. We announced our Digital Jamaica project, a huge investment, $200 million US or 30 billion Jamaican dollars. It's a spend on our networks, fiber and mobile, and state-of-the-art broadcast facilities. We said we'd have done it in 3 years. We did better. It's all done, and this investment is now in place. And it's already providing countless opportunities for economic empowerment for Jamaicans due to the direct correlation between access to faster broadband internet and economic growth. We're known as the trusted and preferred communications partner to Jamaica's diaspora communities. Digicel, a Jamaican-born company, supports migrants with staying constantly connected to friends and family locally via our online portals for top-ups, prepaid and postpaid plans, bill payments, remittances as well via the MyCash digital wallet. Now, with an increasing amount of diaspora interest in private investments and entrepreneurship, the company's business arm, Digicel Business, will engage attendees at the conference on scalable initiatives across several sectors in the local economy. We're big on business, we're bullish on business, and we want to see more buoyancy when it comes on to entrepreneurs participating in the local economy. And so Digicel Business is helping with that technology piece to bring it all together. Attendees will also get a first-hand look at the work of the company's philanthropic arm, the Digicel Foundation, been conducting yeoman service for over 20 years in Jamaica, improving the lives of over 800,000 people through investments in community, entrepreneurship, education, and special needs, valued at over $44 million, or just about 7 billion Jamaican dollars. We invite members of the diaspora to partner with the Digicel Foundation in any way you see fit. Indeed, we look forward to the 20th, the day after conference, when we're going to be having that Diaspora Day of Service, and likely we can do a little Digicel Foundation link up and see, how best you can support. What does all of this mean in terms of our total investments in Jamaica thus far? $2 billion US, just about 310 billion Jamaican dollars invested right here in Jamaica for the economic prosperity of our country and our people. Above all, the conference is an opportunity for Digicel to reinforce our belief in Jamaica's promise through the amalgamation of our individual and collective strengths. This instrumental conference platform will help to jumpstart opportunities for Jamaicans abroad who are seeking to innovate through technology as they participate in Jamaica's booming digital economy, which is increasingly, tech-based anyway, and is powered and empowered by Digicel. Thank you. See you all soon.
Thank you, Mr. Parkinson. And now we'll hear from our third and final platinum partner for this morning, and it's the representative from Island Car Rentals. So help me bring to the microphone Mr. Ryan Parks.
Thank you. When my good friend Senator Webby came to the platform earlier, he indicated that he had 5 minutes and that he was really opting to skip the salutations. Well, I was given 2 minutes, and I will include the salutations. But don't panic. My address is only 1/10 of his. Master of Ceremonies, the effervescent Paula and Porter, Conference Chair, Courtney Campbell, Senior Ministers of Government, Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith, Minister Delroy Chuck, Ministers of State, Mr. Orlando Terrelong, and I must recognize Minister of State Terrelong for his role in driving this conference. Minister of State Marsha Smith and Minister of State Mr. Franklin Witter. Legacy partners represented by Senator Webby, Mr. Courtney Campbell, wearing a different hat as President and Group CEO of the VM Group, Ms. Lisa Gow, I think I got that right, who is the Managing Director of Jane Bank and part of the Jamaica National Group. Members of the diaspora, both here and joining us online, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm truly honored to represent Island Car Rentals at this global launch occasion and to indicate how much it is a pleasure for us to partner with the organizers of the 10th Biennial Jamaica Conference, Diaspora Conference, to be held June 16th to June 19th. We are also very delighted and indeed proud to be the exclusive ground transportation partner for this year's conference. And members, when conference chair Courtney Campbell reached out to us, and having attended the first meeting, I thought to myself that it was a no-brainer for us to get on board. Indeed, for the 50 years of our existence as a leading ground transportation provider, our Jamaican brothers and sisters of the diaspora are at the heart of our growth and success over these many years. And therefore, we consider this partnership a natural and inevitable fit. I want to use this opportunity to especially thank the members of the diaspora for your tremendous support over these years. Our members, this was a natural fit for us because as we reflect on the theme, fostering peace, productivity, and youth empowerment, you would recognize the role the tourism sector plays towards the overall economic performance. And Island Car Rentals is a major driving force behind our tourism product. It's also a natural fit, ladies and gentlemen, because approximately 70% of our business at both international airports, Norman Manley and Sangsters, is directly linked to a Jamaican coming back to Jamaican soil for varying reasons. And therefore, the diaspora represents a core group which is very special to us as an island family. At the same breath, ladies and gentlemen, we consider this partnership a natural fit because of the exposure of our brand to over 170 countries, especially at a time when Ireland is on the cusp of expanding its footprint overseas. Furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, this collaboration will provide a gateway for us to further connect and engage with the diaspora in a very direct way as we seek to better serve our Jamaican clans who reside in various parts of the world. And more importantly, to further engage them, Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith, as part of the dialogue as to how we can foster a more secure Jamaica, what role they can play towards advancing our education system, and how we can make this country a more prosperous economy in the world. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I want to especially thank the organizers for inviting us to be a part of this year's conference. As a strong homegrown brand, we are deeply committed to the diaspora movement and look forward to further cementing our relationship as we unite as one for Jamaica's transformation. And so, on behalf of my colleagues at Island Car Rentals, we wish the organizers all the very best for an insightful and most successful Diaspora Conference. Thank you.
Let's face it, buying a home can be quite stressful and costly. At JN Bank, we understand you have big plans for the future. That is why we've created mortgage options suited to your needs. With almost no money down, unsecured loans to cover upfront costs, and flexible payment plans, we're committed to making the home buying process possible. Let JN Bank make your goal of owning a home a reality. Contact us today and take the first steps towards owning your own sweet home. JN Bank will help you find a way.
We're here for you. We are written into this land. You are written into a story. Together stronger we stand. The wind is our victory. We're a firm foundation here to stay. Build you a brighter way. Transform your everyday.
VM Group. Transform your everyday.
You know it's national.
Welcome back to those of you who are online and those of you here in person in Kingston Hall in Kingston, Jamaica. I'd like to mention that not only are we so proud and thankful to the sponsors that we've seen so far, but we also have our accommodation partner, Iberostar, that we would like to mention at this time. A round of applause for all our sponsors, please. And one of those sponsors, legacy partner really, wants to give you $2,000 if it is that you are one of the first 50 people to register for the conference. Then you will receive $2,000 in your digital wallet if you sign up, when you sign up for the GK1 app. So, I see people reaching for their phones right away. Okay, good. Let me tell you about the app. GK1 provides convenient and mobile access to a range of GK financial services. Key features include receiving Western Union remittances, a digital wallet, of course, to store and manage your funds electronically, a companion GK1 Visa prepaid card that lets you shop online and in stores anywhere Visa is accepted, and bill payments, peer-to-peer transfers. I'm going to stop there, but know that that GK1 app is your key to many things, including this $2,000 in your digital wallet if you're one of the first 50 people to sign up for the conference. So how it works is that they'll provide you with a code when you win to sign up for the app online before the conference so you can access the cash prize. And then on site at the conference, they'll have a team to facilitate the distribution of your card, your GK1 Visa card. So be one of the first 50. I see fingers flying on the phones here, and I know that you folks online are doing the same, registering for the conference. We're moving through, and as we celebrate Jamaica in so many ways, not just the potential through the conference, but also our talent and our culture, we're going to bring one of those representations of our talent to the fore. Please help me welcome from the Jamaica Youth Chorale, Miss Sharona Forrester. Thank you so much, Madame Sharona Forrester. Once more for her, please. Online, you don't have to clap. You can do the raised hand. And at least when we look, we see how many hands are up. We know you're with us and you are enjoying our time together as well. I have another giveaway. So let me tell you how to win first. The website is diasporaconferenceja.eventbrite.com. diasporaconferenceja.eventbrite.com. And from the VM group this time around, 50 early bird registrants will receive the Sun and Sand Luxury Beach Kit on VM. VM Group's luxury beach kits will be gifted to the early bird winners on the opening day of the conference. So, if you are lucky, 50 early bird registrants are going to receive our, say it with me, Sun and Sand. You have to say it in the same tone. Sun and Sand Luxury Beach Kit on VM. Remember, Diaspora Conference ja.eventbrite.com. I see heads down, I see fingers flying. So while you do that, I will use the opportunity to introduce our next speaker, who is in fact our keynote speaker. There are 9 guiding principles that encompass the beliefs and values of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and serve to inform the operations of the ministry in diaspora matters. They are patriotism, inclusive participation, trusted partnerships, intergenerational engagements, respect for human rights, gender equity, evidence-based approach, mutuality, and communication. Now, they foster a culture of understanding regarding the importance of the diaspora to Jamaica's sustainable economic development path. And they provide a foundation that underpins the conceptualization and the whole context of the policy. These principles align with the global thrust for meaningful engagement of the diaspora in economic and social life, and against this background, we now invite Senator, the Honorable Kamina Johnson-Smith, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, to deliver the keynote address. Help me welcome her.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, and thank you for being such a fantastic moderator of today's event. It's been wonderful so far. Thank you so very much. Can we give her a round of applause, please, everyone? It's been amazing. Colleague ministers and my Minister of State, the Honorable Alanda Terlong, and indeed the entire Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade team represented here today, who have been working day and night together with our partners to make this a successful event and indeed towards a successful conference. Reverend Layla, thank you so very much for the blessings of your prayer this morning. I want to say how very touched I was by your phrasing, where you prayed for the flourishing of Jamaica and all her sons and daughters wherever they shall be across the world. I thought that was such a beautiful way for us to describe the diaspora, which is the very reason, the heart of why we are here. Thank you for that, sir. Conference chair, legacy partner representatives, good morning to you both. Courtney, you've been doing yeoman's effort. Thank you for all. And of course, Senator Webby and Ms. Goh, you have been fantastic partners. For so long, I will speak more specifically, but I greet you well this morning. Members of the diplomatic corps, and of course, heads of our diplomatic missions overseas, heads of our consulates, our undersecretaries, senior officials, heads of ministries, departments, and agencies of the government of Jamaica, who are all represented across the piece today, and of course, our members of the diaspora. You are the reason we are here. Our Global Jamaica Diaspora Council and our Global Jamaica Diaspora Youth Council, chairs and members, I want to welcome you. Members of the business community, members of the church community, members of civil society, members of every aspect of our stakeholder community overseas, I welcome you this morning, together with our international partners and members of the media. And I say to you, because we're representing the fact that Jamaicans are located everywhere across the world, and that's why we've expanded our engagement. Saludos, ni hao, bonjour, guten tag, konnichiwa, sanibona, asante sana, and salute. That's what we're doing today. And salam. Salam, representing our Global Jamaica Diaspora Council across all continents. Wherever you are in the world, what a go on. I like conference chair's greeting. Yahati? I'm gonna adopt that for free if I can. I love that. I hope you've had a joyful Easter and that National has not done too much damage through its products, but and that you have emerged refreshed, renewed, and ready for our journey ahead. It is a great pleasure for me to be here with you at this official launch of the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. Let me, at this outset, of course, also convey apologies for the absence of the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica, who is unavoidably absent, but he assures me that he's very much looking forward to the conference in June. Allow me to also apologize for the absence of the Leader of the Opposition, who also assured me as at yesterday that the conference is in his calendar also for June. The conference, as you are aware, will be held 16th to the 19th at the Montego Bay Convention Centre. You have heard the chairman list out 10 reasons why you should be there. There are more. I may touch on a few, but you already have 10. And included in that is, of course, the fact that we are working under a theme, United for Jamaica's Transformation, Fostering Peace, Productivity, and Youth Empowerment. And this theme is intended to affirm the importance that we place on coming together to craft our future, to focus on the pillars of transformation, and indeed to overcome the most pressing challenges of our time, not to overstate a point, but together, which is what's so critical. In a world as fractured and divided as it is right now, working intentionally for unity, to be united in building towards even greater and more inclusive growth and sustainable development. The embrace, the engagement, the empowerment, the inspiration, the coming together of our diaspora is of critical importance to this process. The fact is that you are the heart of this process as a people who have not only demonstrated a strong migratory instinct over the years, but also a deeply grounded and connected sense of identity, coupled with an outsized view and vision of our country and ourselves as Jamaicans. We have to harness this unique essence, and we can do it together. And it is in that context that this global launch is a precursor to an event which promises to be a rewarding and productive, our 10th Biennial Diaspora Conference, one which will not only allow us to reflect on what we have accomplished, but perhaps even more importantly, look at what we can and will do together. So again, let me just add very, very simply and perhaps inelegantly, conference chair, quite simply at this conference, connections will be made, partnerships will be born, some will be strengthened, business opportunities are going to be created. You have to be there to be a part of it all. The experience will be that much richer if you are on the ground. And for those of you who have come before, you know it's good. And this one is going to be better. So we invite you. These conferences have become a time-honored and indeed a signature event on Jamaica's national calendar. And the strong interest that's already being experienced and expressed at home and in the diaspora has been entirely humbling and encouraging. Since my appointment as minister in 2016, I really have felt very privileged to oversee and be involved in the last 3 conferences, going back to the 7th staging in 2017. But I am particularly thrilled that this conference will benefit from the energy and drive of Minister Alando Terrelong, who since his seamless appointment in May last year, and we're counting, we're saying we can't believe that it's been a year already. But since then, he has been anchoring and driving not only the diaspora portfolio, but getting us ready for this conference. I want to commend him and thank him publicly for all of his efforts thus far and for overseeing the planning and organizing of this 10th staging. As we can see from today, things are going well. Things are going well. Conference chair, I want to extend a special thank you to you again for maintaining an active and impactful level of involvement in diaspora engagement over the years, and for being a reliable and long-standing legacy partner through the VM Group. And so I thank you for this, along with our other legacy partners, Jay and Grace, our outgoing chair, who's always there and who stayed over in the COVID period, even though it was particularly difficult. I know you have all heard it, the patriotism, the passion, the authenticity. There's no pretense, there's no lack of clarity as to where the heart of these companies' success lies, and it lies in their love for Jamaica, and that is, it shines through in you all. Very different styles, but very, very impactful in all. I want to say thank you again, and Chair, I want to just express my confidence in your ability to deliver a conference of the highest standard that is supportive of Jamaica's and the diaspora's collective and mutual purposes and benefits. I know that it is the example that you, our legacy partners, are setting that has encouraged our other current and potential partners who are now considering coming on board to seek deeper connection with us and with the diaspora. And I'm hearing the various years, companies celebrating different years of existence and different years of existence. I know this is a subtle marketing dance that's going on, and I love to see it. I love to see the Battle of the Banners. And we promise you a bigger stage in Montego Bay. So everybody who is thinking about coming on board, there will be space for your banner too. So please come. It's not too late. It is not too late. At this point, I want to expressly thank again and just widen my appreciation for all sponsors who have come on board, our platinums in particular, but all of you who have come on board. It's a signal of the growth of the conference, and your being on board sends another signal to the wider business community about the opportunities that exist here. So we thank you very, very much for your participation. Ladies and gentlemen, also watching online and joining us, thank you for monitoring the social media, Elon. It's very helpful feedback from the YouTube page. Glad to know that energy is high. But I want to encourage you to look around. Those who are in the room, have a look around, and those who are following online, just have a look at the comments, the variety of comments that you're seeing. And you'll get a sense of the breadth and diversity of participation in this conference. And it's not by chance, it's not by coincidence. This is a part of the planning. Inclusion and expansion have been the watchwords of diaspora engagement, and they continue so to be. When we speak about unity, it is not a philosophical or conceptual unity. We speak about really bringing everyone together for the good of Jamaica so that she may flourish together with her sons and daughters wherever they shall be. I think I am definitely writing that down. I know the brain is not as good as it once was. I think I will remember, but I won't, so I'm going to write it down because it's particularly beautiful, Reverend. But I want to say that the whole of government approach and the whole of society approach that we have been taking is articulated in the National Diaspora Policy. And many of us participating in this launch would have been a part of the consultations. I remember going around physically in every meeting. I would try and have a diaspora consultation in the margins. You have been a part of discussions and the development of this policy in different ways. MDAs contributed your perspectives. And I really do hope that you share in my sense of progress and my sense of accomplishment, that we are marking time and marking movement. In this movement, we are not standing in place, we are not a talk shop, we are engaging and growing as a diaspora movement and as a ministry that is key to engagement. And I think that I feel a particular pride having, of course, shepherded through cabinet and witnessed its tabling in both houses of parliament. But I hope each and every one who has been a part of this process, that you feel a sense of movement and growth, because it's real. Thank you. And I know you have a particular depth. You heard the clap was particularly loud over here, by the way. There are reasons for that, and you will hear more. But today the government is particularly proud to say that our country is now guided by a policy, a diaspora policy that has given form and function to an organic and decades-old partnership. And this partnership is built into our overarching foreign policy framework, which is also in turn aligned with our other critical national frameworks such as Vision 2030 or National Development Plan, and of course the medium-term socioeconomic framework, because this is really about movement and growth and building on a platform that exists and working with a framework so that we are actually achieving and that we are moving forward and upward. And I really feel very good about the alignment, because taken together, these instruments are the government's roadmap for diaspora inclusion and involvement in the national efforts to make Jamaica the place to work, do business, raise families, not in that order, live, work, raise families, and do business. And as the Prime Minister always says, especially when he is engaging with the diaspora, and retire in paradise. Because that is the reality. We know that many of you are working to come home. Many of you are dreaming of the day you do come home. And we want to say, this conference can serve as a recognition. Come home, check out the investments, check out the properties, as conference chair suggested, drive around in Mr. Park's island car rentals, drink in your tropical rhythms, to purchase your pepper sauce and your jerk sauce before my legacy partner withdraw. And of course, using your JN card to draw the extra money you then need to go buy the national bond. So everybody's there, and VM is, of course, there at the heart. Yes, leading it all. So we very much are looking at how it is that we ensure that the diaspora, as a critical and influential partner in nation building, can move from strength to strength. We know you have continued to contribute significantly to health and education and other socioeconomic areas of development. And in this context, it's important to emphasize that while we acknowledge the significant financial contribution of our diaspora to Jamaica through remittances, for example, a prime objective of the government is actually to focus on human capacity development. And our engagement with the diaspora in this regard is for human capacity development as a good in itself and as a part of nation building. So to this end, our 30-member Global Diaspora Council, Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, which was once an 8-member Diaspora Advisory Board, which now has an election process and which spans different contents and sector representatives that focus on areas beyond health and education into security, environment and climate change, creative industries, and areas of deep belief and engagement across the diaspora. So we're growing and ensuring that the young people find what they're interested in as well, because that is a part of ensuring that we have a succession in engagement. We want to ensure that our second and third generation diaspora members feel connected, find new ways to be connected, and that will help ensure that we have a future that continues to flourish. So I'm not sure if somewhere in there you might have found another reason or two to attend, but even through these councils, we're finding ways to engage members within our local workforce, and you're going to hear more about that at the conference, so I won't tell you now, so that's another reason to come. Now, I want to commend, again, the members of the diaspora who have supported and who are participating in the councils. The truth is that when we launched, the week that we launched was the week that COVID hit. So we made it, we started and we operationalized, and we have subsequently had elections again, and we have a new cohort. And it is important that you recognize that the disruption that occurred could well have fragmented and caused failure. And it was a true demonstration of the resilience of the structures and of our people that makes it continue to grow. So I want to commend members, past and present, and those who are looking on and considering. I think the next elections are in a year and a half, so stay tuned. But our conference this June will, as mentioned before, provide more opportunities for networking and dialogue and for implementation of ideas and mapping of paths. And we do feel confident that it will provide opportunities for you to make good returns on the investment of coming to Jamaica. So I want to encourage your registration. I want to encourage your participation, not only for your luxury beach kit. Paula, I'm not sure. Luxury something beach kit. I feel like I'm missing a word, but it sounds great, and I would like one. So but I think I might not be eligible. So I'm just going to work with trying to make it to the beach with tropical rhythms, outgoing chair, yes. But look at it. You will be in beautiful Montego Bay if that weren't reason enough. But the opportunities that are going to be present, and for those who I know I've been engaging with you for years, it is not only JAMPRO that's going to be there. It is the JBDC also. So we will be catering for business at different levels. Those who want to start micro and build, we are here for you. Those who are ready and with your shovel in hand, JAMPRO will be there for you. So I just want to share that we will have something for everybody. We want to encourage you to come at every level. If you're thinking of starting up a creative well, not a creative company, or if it is that you are in the film industry, remember we have the new screen development initiative here. There is content galore. We want you to come and engage with JAMPRO on those matters. It's not only traditional areas that we're looking at. We really are looking to expand to make this exciting, impactful, and beneficial for you. We plan these conferences with you in mind. So we want you to be confident in that. You're going to hear some more about the agenda. But don't think that it's too late for you to make suggestions if you feel that there's a burning gap. And we're still, of course, finalizing some of our participants. So if you feel you have a lot to contribute, please make sure that you make contact with us. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to just share on a sort of slightly different level that on the bilateral and multilateral fronts, the government of Jamaica does continue to make sure that our international partners are aware that our diaspora is of utmost importance to us. And this has meant that our insistence on issues and our advocacy has, in fact, made our diaspora engagement model a point of reference for other developing countries who are seeking to engage with their diasporas. And this is something of which we can be proud. But what it has also done is obtain development funding for diaspora-related matters. And I want to just share one with you because you have heard a part of it, but then there's another part that will come at the conference, so it will be another reason for you to come. But one of the things that we obtained was a $200,000 US grant to develop our JamDem platform, which Minister Terry Long received the handover from the International Organization for Migration earlier this year, and we will be launching officially in June. So we have been listening to you for years. Diaspora members, you have wanted a specific path for your investment. We have heard you, and it's going to be here in June. So again, another reason to come. Seasoned with breeze, Jamaica breeze, and music. Cannot want it any better than that. So this virtual platform is designed to boost trade and investment between Jamaica and the diaspora. There is so much for you to hear about that. And again, there are too many reasons for you to come. Jamaica has also forged partners and connections between our diaspora and other global actors. That's just IDB, the EU, the OACPS, etc. So this allows us to benefit and to contribute to international best practices. And I wanted to just take an opportunity to celebrate Ms. Gow, you spoke earlier about us celebrating the greatness of achievements of persons in our diaspora and using those as opportunities for inspiration and of course, to drive us to do more. And there's one that had been brought to my attention recently because it's a little unusual, and I thought it should be highlighted. Mrs. Elizabeth Mullings-Smith, who is a GJDC member responsible for development issues, that's another area that we've expanded into. Last year, she participated in talks in migration and climate change adaptation held in the UK with the Global Compact for Migration. And coming out of that, the country in which she resides, which is the UK, their government incorporated some of her suggestions and interventions in their participation in COP28 and in the Global Compact for Migration regional reviews, which is massive impact of a Jamaican born and grown lady who lives overseas and who's doing her best in non-traditional platforms. So I know we always celebrate our athletes and we always celebrate our musicians, but we don't always celebrate people who are operating in the space of science and technology. And I thought that, this would be a great opportunity to highlight Mrs. Mulling-Smith. So congrats, I hope you're online. I know you're always engaged, even if it's late. So I hope you're here, hearing that we're giving you a big up and a big bless up. And we hope you'll be here in June. And ladies and gentlemen, without a doubt, you, our diaspora, continue to be our biggest flag bearers, our strongest wavers of our flag, our greatest cultural ambassadors. And our authentic personality is one that exudes pride, determination, and of course, a strong sense of family and connection. So I want to assure you again that we're planning for you to come and we're planning for you to bring your families. We really hope you will be able to take the time to do the work and also to enjoy, because that's one of the beauties of Jamaica, that you have the best of both worlds. We have been making a deliberate attempt to incorporate our second to fourth generation Jamaicans, and I want to applaud those who have already been reaching out about how to take the opportunity to be here and how best to participate. We're looking at how best to help support your participation. You're a little younger in the thing, so things may be a little more difficult for you to organize. Legacy partners, this may be something that we have to look at again as well, but it's one of those things. But some of our young people are particularly responsible for increasing the volumes in our passport applications and citizens applications that Mr. Winter is dealing with. And this is because they have been determining that they want to participate in different sporting activities as Jamaicans. They want to become Jamaicans. They want to access that citizenship that they are entitled to under our Constitution. And they want to play football. They want to do track and field. They want to do rugby. They want to do ice hockey. You do know we have an ice hockey team and a rugby team, and that they do very well, right? Yes. So there's nothing that we put our minds to that we cannot win at, literally win at as well. So this is, Mr. Winter, part of your volumes that we are asking you to kindly deal with very quickly as well. Thank you very much, sir. Always appreciate it. But young people will want to say how proud we are of you. And we're proud when you're wearing our colors, and we're proud when you're not, because we know that there are times in between that you also have to make a living in between the big games. But we love that you attach yourself to Jamaica, and we welcome more of you, rather, to do this. This is what it means to be united as part of our transformation. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I will not say very much more because I've given you a few more reasons in addition to the original 10, to come. But I want us to work together to make that 1,000-person target in person, 1,000-person target. The Global Jamaica Marketplace is going to be very important for you to come and get all the services that you want, and you will hear more about that. But just come, bring your talents, bring your ideas, bring your connections, bring your perspective, bring most importantly, bring your love for Jamaica. Bring that. We have a lot here, but we want you to bring more. And together, we will be united for the transformation of this beautiful Jamaica land we love. We're going to deal with peace. We're going to deal with the productivity. We're going to empower our young people, and we will become paradise. Thank you all very much.
Minister, while we are engaged with the commercials, I want to remind you to add volleyball to your list of sports. Volleyball. Yes, thank you. You should have.
JN Money Cat sent from abroad. JN Money Cat. Send the money. Move on, withdraw in a hurry. JN Money Cat free. Pay TRN and the ID. I want to fill up with cash. But just like that. card. It's safe, convenient, and free. JN Money Cat sent from abroad. JN Money Cat.
We have been here, written into the landscape. VM. We are in the business of possibilities and know-how. From remittance to real estate, pension management, investment, business and corporate solutions, savings and loans. We are a strong, integrated group because you, our members, are strong. You are written in our story, and that's what makes us a mutual VM group.
You know it's national. Transform your everyday.
Welcome back to the official launch of the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. So we're refreshing your memory about the giveaways that you are eligible for. Those of you that are eligible for it. Minister, you were almost there. Sun and Sand Luxury Beach Kit. There we go. Sun and Sand Luxury Beach Kits being given away to persons who are among the early bird registrants. There are 50 of them, so get going right now with the sign up. Also, first 50 people to register for the conference will receive $2,000 in their GK1 digital wallets. So make sure you sign up for that GK1 app and register for the conference. And the website is diasporaconference.eventbrite.com. It's a lot to take in. It's so many reasons, way beyond the initial 10 and the 20 or more others added by the minister. We want to put all of that in the context of exactly what's going to happen. And so we're asking Dr. Kevin Brown, president of UTEC, to now bring an overview of the conference program. Help me welcome him, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Paula. Good afternoon, everyone. You're still with us? I know it's been a long launch event, but surely I'm hoping that you found it very informative. Many reasons. I know we have had more than 10 reasons as to why you should be part of the conference. And my job today is to give you an overview of what we'll be talking about, right? Because I'm sure you're curious to know what's in the program. What exactly will they be discussing at the conference? You'll forgive me for abbreviating my salutations, although I must acknowledge Senator the Honorable Kamina Johnson. I've had the pleasure of working with Minister Johnson for 8 years now, as you know, part of the diaspora and also Minister of State Alonda Terrelong, our new minister, who has been quite energized and has been getting the job done. I also acknowledge Minister Chuck. Thank you for joining. Other ministers who are here, members of the government, and my forever young chair of conference, my good friend Courtney Campbell, again someone I know very well, who is committed to the diaspora with VM Group and all the good things they do for the diaspora over the years and continue to do. Senator Webby, who has left, but also a key member of the diaspora with the JN Group. Other business owners, partners, sponsors, and distinguished guests. Now I'm one of Jamaica's newest returning residents. Only 6 months since I've been back. And I'm really happy to be back as head of the University of Technology. But I was in the UK for 23 years. And like most people who've been abroad, we all go there for how many years? We're meant to be there for what? 5, right? 5 is the magic number. We all, and so that was my plan. I went there to further my studies as an international student and thought I'd come back to Jamaica, and make a difference. And somehow 5 became 10 and 10 became 20 until, I was called home to serve. But during that time, I was very active in the diaspora. And I've seen diaspora movement grow. And I'm so proud that we're about to have our 10th Biennial Conference, which means that we've been going for 20 years, first conference being in 2004. And the good thing about the Diaspora Conference is that it transcends government administrations. Doesn't matter who is in power, we are committed to the diaspora. And that is because the diaspora is an important fabric of Jamaica. So I want to congratulate everyone involved in this year's staging. But before I talk about the content of the conference program, I want to acknowledge Professor Ying. Professor Ying, if you could stand for me, sir. Normally, it would be Professor Ying who would be standing right here. So I'm the younger version, right? I don't know which one of us is more handsome, but I'm the younger version. And so we are seeing a changing of the guard. Someone who I have had the pleasure of being my mentor, someone who is committed to the diaspora project, and has been for many years the one leading on the conference program. But as we know, cycles change, and I'm really proud to be standing on your shoulders, sir. So can we just acknowledge Professor Ying once more? Thank you for your service, Professor Ying. And I know I hope you won't judge me too hard on the program we're putting together this year, all right? Don't worry, I'll be coming to get your buy-off on it as well. I also wish to acknowledge members of the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, members of the Global Jamaica Diaspora Youth Council, who I know have been active in the consultation process. How do you put together a diaspora conference? 3 million people to satisfy overseas, plus those in Jamaica as well. How do you formulate a program that captures the themes and the salient conversations that we all want to have? And over the years, we've been having consultations with the diaspora, through diaspora associations, through the consulates, and here in Jamaica as well. And we've always tried to capture the main themes. This year, we will be aiming to put the diaspora at the heart of the conversation in the format of the conference with respect to panel discussions that will allow for interactive discussion. Now, somebody say, well, I heard that before. But I'm promising you that we will do it this time round. So when you come to the conference, you will be able to participate fully in the conversation, right? It won't be us talking at you, but you will be able to have your voice. Of course, we'll have some keynote speakers, but the bulk of the conference will be interactive. Now, the theme of the conference is United for Jamaica's Transformation, Fostering Peace, Productivity, and Youth Empowerment. United. I want to say to my friends in the diaspora, we have to unite to develop Jamaica. Developing Jamaica is not a government-only project. All of us have to participate in that initiative. And so we are assembling in June, united, to have the conversation, right? And to share our opinions and thoughts on how we have a better Jamaica through fostering peace, productivity, and to empower our young people. And so, as always with most conferences, we will continue with our church service. So there'll be a church service on the Saturday, there'll be a church service on the Sunday, along with our opening ceremony. And the opening ceremonies are always a very exciting and colorful event. And in terms of registration, I know our project manager, Lisa, and we're meant to be launching an Eventbrite page fairly soon in short order for you to register and to commit to attending the conference. We are aiming to have 1,000 of you in Montego Bay in June. And so as part of the program, we will have our normal marketplace. But the chair of the conference, Mr. Campbell, wants the diaspora to know that this year the marketplace will not just be about Jamaican businesses having a presence. We want the diaspora businesses to also book their place at the conference for the marketplace. Come and tell us about your businesses in the diaspora. Right? So make sure you book your place and come down. It's not just about you seeing the Jamaican-based businesses, but we also want you to advertise your enterprises here. So let me just go through very quickly the topics of discussion. You've heard us talk a lot about investing in Jamaica. I can tell you I've returned to Jamaica. I live in the corporate area. It's a construction site. Jamaica is building. All right? And so what we want is for the diaspora to be part of this construction boom. I was in the diaspora, and I know one of the things we complain about is, well, other people are coming to own Jamaica. Well, here's the thing. That's fine. But it's also your opportunity to own Jamaica too. Jamaica is open to you. It's yours, not because you live overseas, and you should come and claim Jamaica. The opportunity is there. Jamaica is open for business. So we will be talking about investment and business opportunities. You will hear more from Jampro, who I can say from my experience at Jampro has been a fantastic facilitator for anyone who wants to do business in Jamaica, but they've also assisted many Jamaican businesses to take their enterprise overseas as well. We will talk about small businesses. We will talk about Jamaica's growing startup ecosystem. There are lots of startups here, including our startup incubator at the University of Technology, and many more. There are opportunities for young people in the diaspora who want to come home with their tech startups. You can do it right here in Jamaica. So we'll be having that as a major plenary session at the conference, and you'll be hearing from government ministers and others as well. And again, that will be an interactive session where you will have your say. We will also talk about education. The Ministry of Education has launched its transformation program. And at the heart of the transformation program is the diaspora. The diaspora has always supported Jamaica's education. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it was the diaspora who answered the call to donate tablets. It's the diaspora who is donating books. It's the diaspora who is always trying to give back to schools. But now as we enter the digital age and we are now modernizing our school system, and you hear the government talk about the launch of STEM schools, we again need the diaspora to come to the conference to tell us and to share with us how Jamaica can continue to grow its education system as we enter this technological age that keeps changing so rapidly. How do we ensure that our curriculum is fit for purpose? How do we ensure that our schools are well equipped in giving back to Jamaica? Come and tell us what you can do for Jamaica and how you think we should be shaping our policies. We want to hear from you. There are many of you in the diaspora who are esteemed education professionals. Come home, come to the conference and tell us, share with us your thoughts on the issue. In addition to education, we will be talking about how we can support our diaspora wherever you are. Many of you complain that, well, it seems to be a one-way conversation. The government keeps asking us, well, give to Jamaica, give to Jamaica. Well, that's not the case. It is a reciprocal relationship, and we will be talking about how the government can support you in your local regions where you live, how we can support you with some of the challenges that you face, and how we can ensure that doing business with the government and with the private sector is easier. You heard Minister talk about the soon-to-be-launched JamDem portal. That portal will be a one-stop shop for you to go online wherever you reside in the world to get all the resources you need to do business and to support you across the diaspora. Peace and productivity is another topic. I know many Jamaicans, wherever you reside, are concerned about the issue of crime and violence in our country. And there again is an opportunity for the diaspora to play a role. We will be having a plenary session on peace and how that's linked with productivity. And we'll be looking at some of the key issues around citizens' security. There are many of you in the diaspora who are security professionals who may want to have a voice. This is your opportunity to come home again and participate in the conversation. We'll be having members of the security forces here, as well as people who are doing very innovative approaches to peace development in Jamaica. Not just about policing, but also how do you go in there and capture the hearts and minds of young people who are not in work. And I know that our government is looking at bolstering our TVET, our technical and vocational education training, so that we can capture more young people and get them into school free of cost through the HEART program. But we want to have that conversation with our diaspora as well, and to ensure that we hear your opinions on the matter. And ladies and gentlemen, as I wrap up on the program, we cannot leave out our young people. There's one thing I have observed with the diaspora. My grandfather went to the UK in 1951, tried his hand at it first in America, cutting cane. So this farm working thing go way back. So he went to the 50s to Florida to cut cane, found that there were snakes in the cane, so because they don't burn the cane there, so you're cutting the cane and all the rodents and snakes are there. So he said, well, let me try the UK. And he went to the UK in the 50s. And then I went there as a next generation, right? My children have a very different mindset to my grandfather. They have a different mindset to me. Their commitment to Jamaica is different. They are not going to be the generation that sends home millions of US dollars of remittances to this country. So let it be known now, if you haven't heard it before. They are not going to be the ones. They want to come and invest in Jamaica. They want to see what Jamaica can offer them. It's a very different value proposition. And we now have to have the conversation in a conference like the Diaspora Conference to say, okay, well, how do we really engage these young people? Because they're not going to, the generation of the remittances, unfortunately, is going. And how do we service these young people? How do we ensure that, one, they are feeling very Jamaican? Right now, my children are visiting me, and I'm making sure I'm taking them all over the place, right? And I want to put them in school in September. And I'm saying to the diaspora, you can also send your children to school here. We have good schools. You can send them to university here. We have good universities, right? In fact, I don't want to overextend my time, but Minister mentioned Mrs. Elizabeth Mullins-Smith. Mrs. Elizabeth Mullins-Smith resides in the UK. She sent her daughter to do medicine at the University of the West Indies. Her daughter completed her studies, is a doctor working in the UK, right? So I just want to show you that let us break the stereotype of what is Jamaica. Let us break that stereotype. And let us, as a diaspora, fully engage, not just buying a house or retiring, fully engage
with all that Jamaica has to offer. And so we want to talk about how we're going to capture the hearts and minds of our young people. And of course, that conversation will be led by the young people. We will talk about healthcare and how you can support our health services. And I'm just going to quickly wrap up by saying that, ladies and gentlemen, this conference is a conference that acknowledges that we are in a technological age, and we will certainly try to ensure that you can reach us on social media, you can interact with us and the plenary sessions live online, and we will be ensuring that, if nothing else, you leave the conference feeling like you've had an amazing experience, where you've had the opportunity to fully ventilate on all the matters. And before I forget, that we are also going to, because I remember I have a friend here, Silburn Sidal, visiting from the UK. And Silburn came up to me before I came and said, are they going to talk about, is there anything political on the agenda at conference? Yes, Silburn, we will be talking, we will be talking about constitutional reform in Jamaica, right? And I know the Ministry for Constitutional Affairs has been having town halls in diaspora. We'll be having a discussion on constitutional reform in the conference. I know some of you want to know about diaspora voting and all the rest of it. Well, come and join the conversation at the conference as well. So I want to congratulate the organizers for putting on what will be a very special event, and I look forward to seeing you all there in Montego Bay in June. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Brown, for that comprehensive coverage of what you can expect at the conference. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the closing part, the wrap-up of our time together this morning. We want to specially thank those of you who joined us online. You were busy doing something else or couldn't be here in person, but you made sure that you could participate. And we would love to reiterate our pleasure at having those of you here in the Kingdom Hall with us in person. We want to make mention again of our sponsors with this milestone JDC 10. We have our legacy partners, Grace Kennedy Group, VM Group, JN Group, our platinum partners, Continental National Bakery, Digicel, Island Car Rental, Jamaica Tourist Board, our gold sponsor, Pinnacle Developments, our bronze sponsor, JMMB, our official media partner, RJR, Gleaner Group, our diaspora investment facilitation partners, JAMPRO, the Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Business Development Corporation, our venue partner, the Montego Bay Conference Centre, our accommodation partners, Iberia Star and H10 Hotels, Ocean Eden Bay and Ocean Coral View. I was told to tell you, you can start booking at Ocean Coral View. They're ready for you. And our conference endorsement partner, Jamaica Umbrella Group of Churches. To all our JDC 10 sponsors, we say a humongous. Script says big, but I prefer humongous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A round of applause for them, please. And of course, sincere gratitude to the JDC 10 project team, the hardworking staff of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, who will not only see the conference through to its successful execution, but ensure that post-conference, the ideas, the recommendations, all the information that you have brought to that table will be collated and assessed. And this will be instrumental in crafting a pathway for future engagement and purposeful action. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We reiterate as we close that this is all for our beautiful island, Jamaica. Jamaica, land of beauty. We promise faithfully to serve thee with our talents and bring our gifts to thee. Bring your gifts to the Montego Bay Conference Centre, June 16 to 19, for the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. Have a lovely day. Just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, there are refreshments being served outside the Kingdom Hall, Kingston Hall.